Hi, welcome back. Welcome back to Jackie Burns Valentines Creations. Today it is a collab with Jody's Southern Seas, Crafty with Indiana Jones, Up All Night, and Shabby meets Bling. These people are so fun. It's one of my favorite groups to collab with. So tune into every one of their channels, and the descriptions will be on the playlist. DIY number 1. So I had this little cup and saucer. Well, there was 4 of them that my friend sent me at Christmas time, and I just didn't get around to making a Christmas cup spilling over. So I thought, well, a Valentine's Day cup would be really fun. So I picked up different things to decorate it with at Wally Mart. Yes, I said Wally Mart. I know it's Walmart, but I like to call it Wally World. So I've got these little eraser type hearts. I've got some foam hearts to decorate the outside of it. I've got some plastic ornament hearts that I guess you would hang on a little Valentine tree. And I've got a necklace that lights up. I've got a fork that I'm bending, putting the tines down below and bending the top to fit in the cup. Just getting different tools to bend it. Gotta find my pliers. Got these nippers, but thought I could at least get a good grip on it. Wanted to get a good grip on it and get a good angle on it. Lots of hot glue, and I'm going to hold it down and let it cool off. Put it about right in the middle so the cup's hanging over the edge. And I am gluing down the cup now. And I'm putting a little more glue in there so I could put some hearts inside. And one thing that if you let it stand up now, it just tips over. So I just let it tip over so I could start putting some hearts inside. And that helps hold down the spoon at the top, the bend there. And once you start filling it up with on the plate with hearts and different things, it will stand up on its own. So I'm just starting to layer the hearts, different spots. And I'm adding some small ones and some big ones. And boy, is this thing shiny with all the glitter and the pretty pinks and reds and even that blue. Yeah, I picked up these flowers. They match really well. Got the different types of pinks in there. Some's going deep to coral, to red, to an orangish red, a pink. They're pretty. I like them. And I liked them because they were small and would fit in with this. Because you need something small. And the darn glue strings were just making me crazy. There we are, popping a few in here and there. Oh, now I have the necklace. And what I did was I left the on-off switch in the back, but I couldn't glue it down because if you need new batteries in it, you have to take it and unscrew the battery pack. Let's see, it works. DIYs 2 and 3. Sometimes my DIYs just kind of run into each other. So this is a new paint that I'm trying. It's a DIY paint, but she's called it Painterly and has some cute names on there. It's an acrylic paint, but it's made with, I think, a talcum or something. It gives it a really different look, almost like a chalk paint, but different. And it goes on really kind of dark, but when it dries, it really lightens up. So I was trying to decide what I was going to paint, and I thought, well, I'll get all these pinks and purples in there to see what colors I want to use. And she's having, it's called Debbie Designs DIY Paints. And she's having a sale of these Painterly paints on sale for half off. And that comes to a really good deal. I think it came to about $115 for all of them, and there was some green ones and yellow ones I didn't even show you, and blue ones I didn't even show you. And yeah, they'd come to probably over $200. So it's only till the end of end of January. It's on her website. Go to Debbie's Designs DIY, and I'll see if I could put it in the description. What I'm doing is I'm taking and blending. She makes really cool things where she blends it. She's done one with the stencil that is a like a jar, and then painted flowers around it, and it's really cool. And if you need it to smooth over a little bit and add just a little mist of water. Let's see, I'm taking the dark and blending it into the lighter, and then taking the lighter and blending it in to the dark. And here I've got a darker purple. Blending that into the lighter pink. Taking some of the lighter pink and blending it into the purple. I thought it came out looking really cool with all the blending. I like blending, it's fun. Sometimes I use like a floating medium, but this time just a little bit of water in the paint. Sometimes tapping off the paint on a paper towel. And I didn't really rinse in between. Seemed like that purple one, that lighter purple one, was thinner than most of them. Okay, now I've got this almost a corally pink, and I'm just kind of doing almost a dry brush on it. Just a really, really light hand. So I still want to see some of that neutral color coming through. It looked more white in person, but I want to see some of that coming through. I don't want it to be real solid. You can see how I'm tapping it off on a paper towel too. Okay, now I used a little bit of moisture because I wanted it a little bit thinner. Now I'm going around the outside edge and I'm blending that in. You can see I used the water to thin it to help blend it in better. Now see, I'm using my heat gun to dry it, and look how different it looks when it's dry. And now I'm drying the slatted heart and adding a little more blending here and there. Now I'm looking to see what kind of transfer I want to put on the corally looking one. And I loved these colors inside this. It looks like dogwood. And I love the colors in there because they matched it so well. But then the flowers being the lighter off-white really stood out. And some of the green, or some of the leaves don't transfer at the top because it kind of cuts them off. But I like the way it just kind of curled right down the top and the side. And this is a IOD transfer. I love the transfers. I just think they bring so much class and prettiness to a project. And it rubbed down real careful. There was a few spots I didn't get, so I just laid it back down and rubbed it, and it laid down. And those one leaves were sticking out, so I just tucked them underneath. Now here's some ephemera I have of Valentines, old Valentines, and I'm looking to see like what I want to do on there. These are some really kind of cool old Victorian looking hands. I thought, oh, I guess what they did was they would sell the Valentines and they'd come to like quite a few in a set, but they'd be attached to each other, so you just cut them out And I thought, well, the hand looks cool, but it's just a little too small. So I got these ones with the girls, and I liked her colors and her wings, and her dark hair just stood out, and I decided I'm going to put her on there. So I'm putting on some of the DIY liquid patina. It's a decoupage medium. I like it because it's thinner. And it sticks really nice. Just putting a little bit over the angel. And giving it a good dry with my heat gun. Just pressing down the edges to make sure it's down. I don't even want to tell you about these ribbons I got. They look like fabric ribbon, and they weren't. They're like, I don't know, like a ribbon, but it was on like plastic on it with the colors. And I tried to make a decent bow out of them, and it didn't work, so I made kind of a crazy bow, and then put these flowers over the top. Same color flowers as what I used on the cup and saucer. Put a little greenery on there. Now I'm putting the hanger back on. Give it a little distress along the edge. Okay, now I've got these stamps that are IODs, and they're called, well, what they are is they're just different kind of textures and looks. And so I cut them apart, and this one is like a little bit of crackle on it. And I just barely touched it with the glue or with the ink. And I'm just kind of hitting it in certain spots. I'm not covering it hard. And always make sure you clean your stamps off. Ooh, I just thought about something. I did not season those stamps. Oh, well, it still went on really nicely. I guess the trick was that I didn't put it on really thick on the ink. Anyways, going through my box, it said ephemera, stickers, and I'm sure these are Dollar Tree, but I was surprised I had them. It's amazing when you go through your stash what you find. And they're really pretty, and then I figured out they're kind of two-dimensional, so I could squeeze the wings up a little bit. And I found these dragonflies. And I also found this card, this Valentines card. And it talks about love at the bottom. So instead of just using the regular sticker on there, the little foam sticker, I decided I needed to put glue on it to make it more permanent. On this card, it just kind of popped out and landed on the ground, and I picked it up and looked at it and went, oh, this would be good. Because see, it has butterflies up in the picture too. And these are two kind of dimensional. Pulling the wings up just a little bit to give them more dimension. Well, I noticed at first on this, and it said two-dimensional, and I thought, what? And then I noticed that the butterflies were. So you can't see the dragonflies as well, but they're really pretty. Just trying to figure out where to put them all. I don't usually use a lot of butterflies on things, but I don't know. I like the way this turned out. I put the hanger back on. Just adjusting the wings a little bit. And there, they're both done. Yay. Oh, and I had one dragonfly left, and I thought, I need to put it on there. Okay, DIY number 4. This is just a really quick. I found this cute little box at Walmart. Or no, I didn't find it at Walmart. I found it at Marshall's, and it was only $6, I think. And I had this little ornament that somebody gave me. It's cute. And I glued that on the top. Just fluffing all that good fringe around it. Okay, here's our reveals. I turned the lights on to show you. There you're getting a little better look at the little better look at the butterflies and the dragonflies. And the cup, the lights on the cup go really fast, a blinking or a slower blinking or steady. There it is, blinking. I think it came out cute. Hearts just spilling out everywhere. And try one of these. Pick up a cup from Goodwill or someplace and do one. You know, pick up some flowers or different things and go ahead and make one. They're fun, easy, can be pretty cheap to make. And there we are, coming in looking at all of this. All set out, ready for Valentine's Day. Use my cupboard here almost like a mantle because I don't have a fireplace. Well, I just want to tell you that I appreciate every one of you for coming in and watching, and I hope you come back and visit again really soon. Bye.